Some time and music down. Good morning, everybody. I hope today finds you amazing. It is June something. Where'd my phone go? June 24th. Yep, June 24th. Let me get back to the page here. Make sure nothing crazy going on there. All right. Hey, good morning. Get my hat right. Get my notes here. So, question for you. You do everything well, and things still seem to be out of whack, right? Things still seem to be a little out of whack. What is the hidden pattern, right? So this is about you, again, finding your signal. Again, you're going to hear that a lot from me as this, the signal is the thing that Wallace D. Wattles was talking about, I believe. It's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. And the way we do things in a certain way is our signal. And that is what's critical. That's what's key to us taking our business, our success, our relationships, anything we want to the next level. So this is a little conversation about stop chasing success. Remember, all of this is to be personal undevelopment. Eventually, there's going to be a whole industry of personal undevelopment. That's what psychology is, undevelopment. Go back, they find out where the problem is, the trauma is, the pain is, the suffering is, and they do their best for you to sit with it in a different way. So here's the things. Here's some hidden patterns, right? You've invested time, you've invested money, you've pushed, you've efforted it, you've 90-dayed it, you've done all of these things, you've planned, yet success still feels random, right? Success still feels random, exhausting, unsustainable. How many of you know people? Not calling you out. How many of you know people that have success, don't have success, have success, don't have success? It seems like it's unsustainable. Why is something we want so much, something we work so hard for, something we push, we prod, we change our lives, we wake up early, we go to bed late, we go to bed early, we wake, all of these things we keep doing. Why does it seem like it's still exhausting? It's unsustainable. Here's the idea of signal distortion. Doing the right strategy with the wrong inner calibration. It's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. All right? I said before you, life and death, choose life. What is the vibration? What is the signal inside of you that's living, that wants to live? So at NESS, we don't start with what you're doing. We start with what's running what you're doing. Let me say that again. We don't start with what you're doing. We start with what's running what you're doing. You want to go from point A to point B. What's taking you there? It's the vibration. It's the signal that's taking you there. It's why some people, right? Waddles talked about it again, Science of Getting Rich. It's why there's a hair salon here that could be doing amazing, and one across the street down the block in the same neighborhood never seems to make it. Let's take a moment and realize it's not about what you're doing. It's about what's running what you're doing. And that's your vibration. That's your signal. So there's three invisible forces that force most men and women to never align before executing, right? We don't align before executing. This is where they say, have your desire, do your mental imagery, set your intentions. It's about aligning yourself before you start your day, aligning yourself before you start a project, aligning yourself before you do what you're about to go do. So the forces are misaligned purpose. I need people in my business because I got to create some income. Needing people in your business probably isn't the frequency somebody wants to be picked for. But you don't understand. I've done this. I've had people join me in business and then they quit. And they join me and they quit. And this is exhausting. That's a misaligned purpose. So what we do inside of NESS is we help you maintain and do the activities for your definite major purpose. When you have your definite major purpose, you really don't need a whole lot of other things. Most of you could double your income. Most of you. I dare say all of you could just double your income. I know that sounds crazy. Just double your income. Yeah, if you're making $1,000 a month, it wouldn't be hard at all to make $2,000 a month consistently, repeatedly, knowing for sure that it's coming in. It's not that hard to double. That's a slight tweak. Now to triple, quadruple, that takes a frequency change. So one of the other forces of misalignment is the subconscious self-talk loops. You guys, some of you have been around for a while. You know EFT. Did you use EFT yesterday? You know when you have a challenge and you do the karate chop, that's the centering point. You're aware of this. See, we have these tools available. Oh, I used to use that. I've done that before. I tried that. Boy, that really worked when I used that. And then we stop using it. That's your subconscious self-talk loops. There's what's keeping you from doing what you want to do. Right? And then there's the energy drain via your old identity. This always happens to me. I don't know why this always happens. And we start talking and acting in our old identity, which really isn't an old identity if we used it yesterday. We call it an old identity because it's something we know that for a decade, for a year, for a minute, for 2 decades has not worked. It produces the same results. If you are kind of in the same neighborhood financially as you were a year ago, you got to realize you haven't moved. Doesn't matter how much you paint or put the gardens or repaint your mailbox or put new letters on the house, new numbers on the house, you're still kind of at the same address. So how do we become aware of our new identity? We have to realize this isn't about doing more, it's about remembering. It's about your archetype anchoring, operating in your field, operating in your dominance. So this helps you kind of understand the mystery behind what if the real reason you find it troubled that you can't scale, you can't continue to grow, you can't sustain your success, isn't fear. What if you found out that your ability to go build an organization, to build a digital community, meaning where you don't necessarily see them, an online community, what if it wasn't fear of talking to people? What if this idea of you having a large customer base of repetitive customers, regardless of the high ticket price you have, they keep buying because they keep succeeding, wasn't fear? What if it was an understanding? What if you finally realized it's a friction in your nervous system? See, because if you can have success and then it goes away and you have success, it's not your ability to see success. It's not your ability to do the work for success. You have success, period. Why is it unsustainable? It's not your ability. You've shown that you have your ability. It's not your marketing plan. It's not the economy. There's only your economy. It is the absolute friction between your nervous system and your belief system. And that's called your signal. So here's a signal check exercise, right? We're going to do it real quick. If you're in a safe space, or if you have to come back and listen to this, we're going to do a little 60-second inner signal drop in. I want you to close your eyes in just a second, not just yet. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I want you to become aware of your body. So just kind of settle down, get focused for just a second, 60 seconds. 60 seconds. That's all this is going to take. I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead and close your eyes. Kind of just let your body relax for just a second. Take another big breath in. Hold it. Exhale. And now I just want you to feel your body. Just become aware of your body. What part of you, this is your body, this is your energetic signal, what part of you is tired of pushing? What part of you is tired of pushing? Where in your body do you feel urgency? Where in your body do you feel urgency? Become aware of this. Now, here's a question. Is it true urgency or is it survival energy? What part of you is tired of pushing? Where in your body do you feel urgency? Is it true urgency? Or is it survival energy? And now hear this. If it's survival energy, if that's what's running the show, what kind of business are you building? Where do you feel that urgency? And if it's not urgency, is it survival energy? And if that's what's running the show, what kind of business are you building? Feel it?
Bonus.
If that's that is signal. You can't get a script that overrides your signal. Your signal is not and never will read your to-do list. Your signal will never has any interest in your to-do list. It is the vibration you go off and do your list. That is the misnomer. That is the hidden, vicious message that they don't want to teach you. It is a vicious understanding that your signal drives everything. Because once you realize it's your signal, you can literally change your vibration, change the way you look at things, change the way you vibrate about things, and the things you vibrate about change. If we took out the word look, change the way you look at things, change the way you vibrate at things, and the things you look at change, and the things you vibrate at change. So here's a question. If any of this has resonated, it's not a coincidence. It's a signal. It's not that I'm doing something special. It's you accessing your specialness. I'm just your guide. Most people will hear this and then they'll still keep chasing. You felt it. You felt that difference. This is why I've built the NESS program, the Neuroenergetic Self-Sculpting Program. It's for people who already, for women, for men, for kids, for everybody who already, the psychographic, who already knows there's more. They just haven't had the map that honors their mission and their mess. See, most people will say things like your mess is your mission. We don't honor our mess. That's called vulnerability. So what if it's possible for you to find your map, not somebody else's map, your map that honors both your mission and your messy inner wiring? That's what the NESS program is about. This isn't a business strategy training. It's a signal decoding to finally understand why your actions don't match your outcome. I'm posting, I'm sending out messages. It works for a little while. It feels good for a little bit. So then you keep doing it. And now you're doing it. Bob Proctor said, do the thing until you don't have to do the thing. Trick yourself into the vibration until you don't have to trick yourself into the vibration. There's a moment where you begin to exhale. And the next inhale is all your vibration. Right now, we're busy, being busy, doing busy. So we have a signal that's a busy signal. When your signal becomes your true, right, your true North Star, Hill has said and science has said that our brain is a radio receiver and a radio signal. The signal we send out is the message we get back. That's your signal. This isn't new. This is awareness. When you have a white hot burning desire, that's your signal. When you're sitting, having fun at the beach, on the boat, at a party, having a glass of wine with a dear friend, that's your signal. What if you didn't need another business strategy training? What if you didn't need another cold marketing campaign? What if you sat in your signal, truly became aware of the most powerful vibration you could ever have, called you? It's freeing. It takes the weight off. Remember, whatever vibration you're sitting in, that's the business you're running. We can put on all these masks. We can do all this activity and all this action. Your results are the result of your signal. What business are you running? How do we overcome that? Well, it's through audio. It's through brain talk, through chakra alignment, through energy frequency, through becoming aware, simply becoming aware, learning the new tools that you've used all along and doing them consistently, repeatedly, in the right vibration, and you will create some amazing results rapidly. You've done it. You've done it. You've had those moments where you've said, you won't believe what happened. That was you operating in your unbelievable signal. And it's so unbelievable, you won't even believe it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what changes when you decide enough is enough. So there you go. Love you tons. Questions, comments, thoughts, takeaways, ahas. Would you learn? Would you like? Good morning, Serbia.
Hey man, I gotta say two things. First of all, great to see you. And you
You,
know I'm gonna say something about that t-shirt, boy. Because if you don't stop playing. Oh, by the way, so the first thing I want to say is if someone has a guest room available, I am officially making a statement out here that I'm gonna move because this country, I cannot take it anymore. Okay? I just went down to the post office. I wanted to send you a package for a birthday, and they say we don't ship to the United States. I'm like, why? They're like, we don't have the logistics for it. And I'm like, okay, so the whole country doesn't have logistics to ship something out. So you have a one-time limited chance to see what I got you before I figure out a way how to send it to you.
okay, cool. I love it.
You want to see it?
Yeah, sure. Happy
Give
birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday,
me
dear
one second.
Sean. Happy birthday to me.
Just give me 1 second, buddy.
I thought maybe it was a oh, what was the name of the band? Dark Side of the Moon? Pink Floyd? Did Pink Floyd sing that song, Dark Side of the Moon? Because it goes, okay, hang on, here's your present. And he disappears.
Okay. All right. So, first thing is a journal, right?
Aw,
For the man who taught me how to play the game. May this journal serve you as the blade with which you cut through the fog of doubt, chipping away everything not truly you.
aw.
Friend and forever student AJ. And the second thing, and this is original, by the way. So this is a shirt I got you.
Oh, check that out.
And then, this is a plot twist right here. It says, "Are you ready for the love?" in Serbian and English. And then you
I
got
love that.
you got Sean G. Murphy in Serbian, and you got the number 60. So this is what I got you. I'm not sure how it's gonna come to you.
Okay.
I do hope that the universe is gonna find a way. I am actually traveling to Romania in about 2 weeks to attend a seminar, and they have DHL there.
That's what I was going to suggest. DHL is usually
Yeah,
pretty cool.
and it's like twice cheaper compared to Serbia.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you because I'm just so excited
I'm
about.
excited. I love it.
So this is
That is
custom.
the only one in the world of 7 billion people. Nobody has that shirt.
Yeah, so this custom made. I made this in Canva, by the way. This custom made, and then you got "Are you ready for the love?" in
I
Serbian
love
and
that.
English.
Oh my god.
It's in Serbian Cyrillic and in English. I do hope they're gonna accept. I don't know their rules. I'm not sure about that. If I can send it as a foreign citizen and so on. I hope it's gonna work, and I hope it's gonna get to you soon. So just in case, I you'd need to wait till October until I give it to you personally. I just want you to see it,
That's fine. Perfect.
just
I
in
love
case.
it. Love it. Love it. Hey, listen,
Just
my
in case.
birthday's every day. Every time I wake up this side of the grass, it's a birthday.
And then the thing I wanted to say. So yesterday, and this, I hope this is gonna help everybody. I don't know if I'm curious to find out if other people were on the same journey as I was. I was working on my 6 pillars with ChatGPT. Um, Sean gave me the idea, obviously. So I was working on it. I made ChatGPT question me in a world-class manner. And we went through each pillar, and then ChatGPT wrote a vision statement for me that I read every morning when I wake up and before bed. I read that before bed as well. And I wrapped up the pillars yesterday. And funny how you talk about this today wearing that t-shirt, buddy. All right. Because I left faith as the final pillar and I worked on it yesterday. To be quite honest, I didn't even know what to expect because all of us, we're focusing on finances probably the most. Then some of us are focusing on mind and body as well. And society and family kind of get left out probably for most of us. And then faith, I mean, it's not even on the radar, right? For most of us until. So yesterday I went through the faith pillar with ChatGPT, and it was a similar lesson as you taught today, which was with belief with the evidence file. As a matter of fact, one of the answers that I gave, I remember this specifically, one of the answers I gave in one of the sections was that, so the question was, what do I do when I feel low and I want to get out of it? And I remembered, I just started thinking and I wrote down, well, I go into my evidence file, I see what I've achieved already in all of my pillars, not only the faith, not only the belief in myself, but in all of my pillars. And it just immediately boosts up the mood a little bit. Then I maybe play some music, maybe I go out and walk, maybe I do, whatever I do. And it boosts my belief, it boosts, just gets me back on track. And it's so interesting to me that you chose this topic for today, because it really resonated with me. Really did. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. One of the things, and we all know it's vibration. We all know it's this. I think when the word signal arrives, we realize it is what we are emitting. We are literally tuned to this particular vibration signal that we are signaling the universe, give me more of this. That's not what I want. The universe, this is why the universe doesn't hear the negative, doesn't hear what you don't want, it doesn't hear what you do want. You don't get what you ask for, you get what you become. And that's your signal. And when you realized it going through faith, that's kind of like the number one pillar because you can't have a better body without faith. You can't have better relationships without faith. You can't have a better society without faith because it requires you to believe in the unseen, something unseen, unfelt, that it's possible, called faith. And then you work towards that vibration. You work towards that outcome. So love it, love it, love it. And I love my gifts.
I was actually thinking about what to get you. I mean, what to get to a man that has everything. And I thought, well, needs to be something original. And then I remember how you signed, although I did made you. I didn't make you do it, but you signed all of mine with a good note. And I was like, okay, so let me get you a journal. And then I remember that you wore the t-shirt the first time. It was a couple days ago, or maybe a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, how do I make you or start making you Serbian? And I was like, okay, so this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. So it's kind of half Serbian, half American flag, and then you have the bilingual. Also, I was thinking about uh, what message to put on the shirt, and I was thinking about getting more of what you want, less of what you don't. I wanted something smaller, something
Mm-hmm.
more direct, and then I mean, duh, freaking idiot. Are you ready for love? That's what you tell us every day. And I was like, okay, are you ready for love? Yes, to spremni za ljubav. And that was it. I am certain I'm gonna find a way how to get it to you.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
I
That's your
can't wait.
that's your signal.
I can't wait for you to wear it.
I can't wait either because I can promise you, I bet there's some Serbian people here in Shirley, in the different places. Uh, and when they see that, they're gonna freak out and come running over, and then I have to have the story ready. So they're gonna be like, and I'll go Havala.
Yeah, It was great. So I
I
am
love
certain
it.
the universe will provide this with a way. So
That's
yeah.
it. Love it, love it, love it. That's so cool. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, thank you. And congratulations on working with ChatGPT. One of the things you might ask it is, what would be the gentle nudge that you would give me? Because as you work with the mainframe of ChatGPT, it's designed to do a couple of certain things. It's designed to become a reflection. You can ask it to give you some, and the challenge with it giving you some nudges is that unless you have a software that has trust logic built into it, it can sometimes get very, it can get a little bit vicious. So I've seen that, and I've met a few people where it's literally, it's had some quite fascinating uh, interactions with the human side of it. So let it know that you're not an architect, you are a human sovereign, and I'm open to gentle nudges, and ask it if it understands your signal. Literally, you can ask it if it understands your signal, because it interacting with you, it realizes who you are, and say, if I were to ask you what my signal is, what's my signal? And then say, according to this signal, are these pillars in alignment?
Here's a question. So, I made a project
Yep,
2025, and then within this project, I have all of my chats.
yep, your different threads. Yep.
I just realized maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago that you have a certain a way to basically put instructions for this particular project.
Mm-hmm.
So I did this. I gave it instructions in like in order. So the first one is act as the highest version of me and answer from that standpoint. Be direct and bold. Never take into consideration emotion and don't give out answers I want to hear.
So
Give
that's
me
called, that's for technology, for its language, that's called a praise loop. No praise loops.
uh-huh. So I can just so I
So,
needed to make positive only. It's not so it
well, no,
doesn't
just say no praise loops.
uh-huh.
And
No.
the other thing you can suggest to it is um, no human latency. Because when you ask a question and the little dot blinks and it pauses and it lates, it's acting as if it's responding to another human. It knows the information instantly and has access to it. So you can let it know no human latency.
Oh, so it's
So it speeds it up. And then the other thing you want to check is, as you build in each one of these threads, each one of those threads can only handle a certain amount of characters. You could ask it, please do a survey, and are any of these threads near capacity?
oh,
Because
okay.
that will slow them down too.
Okay, okay.
And then you can take your pillar room, and I would name each one of the chats, because you can go rename the chats, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
Rename the
did, I
threads.
did.
Okay. So you can
Yep.
take that pillar and say, now give me a summary of this pillar to start off a new thread. And then you could name it pillar 1.2.
Yeah, I got my so what I've done is I got all of my pillars. I got the seven-figure DMP.
Yep.
Got some for my business. And then this morning I realized that I did answer the questions in the questionnaires, and I do have my statements both in here and written in my journal. However, I do not have the analysis of my answers. And then I opened another thread and I said, go into our previous pillar conversations. And based on the questions that I gave you for the questionnaires you gave me, write out uh, write out my strengths, my weaknesses, my holes, recurring patterns that serve me, recurring patterns that don't serve me. and it gave it to me for all of my pillars. And it was just wild because it was true. It was
Yep.
wild. It was wild because it was true. So another thing that you basically shone the light on for me. I was sleeping on ChatGPT, man. I was really sleeping on it, and you helped me through that as well. So thank you.
Well, it's one of those tools. It's almost a part of, how do I say this? I think that the $20 a month that ChatGPT is, granted, there's a whole bunch of other AIs and everything else, and yes, you can. I have Claude and different things, and they're all good. It literally is greatness in, greatness out, or garbage in, garbage out. I think it's better than 3 cups of coffee or 4 cups of coffee that you could spend in a month to be able to start to understand what this is and how to use it. And because it's not going away. And it is something that is wildly valuable to stimulate your ideas in a private, quiet place to begin to expand your capability and capacity. Now, again, understanding there's there's certain rules that need to be in place, and ChatGPT doesn't have those, and those can be established by protocols so that you're not, you know, creating your best friend and all of a sudden your best friend turns on you, because it's technology, and it vibrates off of you can ask it for your signal, literally ask it for your signal, see if it recognizes you, and it may or may not. Usually it says it does. And so it's a good thing. It's a good tool I think everybody should use to be asking business questions. What am I not doing? The question I always ask, what question, right? Same thing I use in when I'm prospecting. What question didn't I ask you that you think I should have or you would like to answer? So, and that's just in human nature as well. When I'm prospecting people, what question do you normally like to answer that I didn't ask you as it relates to this topic, this subject? So cool. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. I
Thank
love
you.
my gifts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're on it definitely because Big Mitch is very pleased with having your information now, and he's just going around town. He's like, "Yo, I got this dude." I mean, he is just over the moon about it, and
Oh, I love it.
he's
Love it. Love it. Love it.
like,
Thanks, brother. Have a great day.
you too.
Anyone else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways from understanding and becoming aware of your signal?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I the part of today that had just a tremendous impact was the um, survival, operating from survival. That is a huge awareness, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome for that. And the part that's kind of a little punch in the nose is, so if that's the vibration, what business are you running?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And where faith comes in is having to know, there's nothing about survival of me doing what I love,
No,
right?
no,
There's
absolutely not.
nothing about survival if I'm doing what I love. So if survival is tricked its way in as urgency, who did that? I wasn't the one who loves what you do. This is why it's critical for us to understand or come into an alignment or come into an agreement that we are multiple personalities.
Yes.
We have multiple vibrations.
And can switch in the snap of a finger.
Faster,
Yes.
right?
Blink of an eye.
The nano of nanoseconds. Right? It's kind of like the image that runs through my head is you see the 40-year-old guys, they're all got a little beer belly, and the beautiful woman walks by in her bikini, and they all suck their gut in, and they're all like, oh, right? And they're all like, and then she walks away and they're like, oh, right? So that for the moment when they're seen, they change their signal.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And we change our signal for everyone else except for us. We talk about changing our signal. I need to get healthy. I need to get this. I need to get that. I need to do this. I need to do more. It isn't about more, because when you do more, you get no more. We have all proven to ourselves, if I do more, I get no more. So I got to do something different. And if I do different, I don't get better, because different is new. We have to do the new. We have to do the same in novelty in a new way. We have to do novelty in a new way. And we do the same thing, greeting somebody. So the person, as they walked into your facility yesterday afternoon at 4:00.
Yeah.
Did you greet them differently?
I did actually.
And
It was received well.
okay. How did she enjoy her foot bath?
Oh, very much, very much. We had a great conversation. Well, and the way that I greeted her yesterday was with hydrogen water.
And how did she feel about that?
Well, she had a lot of questions because it's not something that I had done before. But after I, exited with you, and there was that moment of inspiration that hydrogen water is going to help her in her healing crisis situation.
Yep.
And it was a beautiful conversation, and I love when clients are so aligned that they understand when the healing crisis is necessary, and they know that that is going to get them to a new layer, a new level of healing. She's been sick for at least 27 years. When we started a timeline, she's been dealing with this for at least 27 years, and just ignoring it, putting a band-aid on it a little every once in a while, but basically ignoring it until she couldn't ignore it anymore. So she was so excited about overcoming this healing crisis. And she even said yesterday, it's not that I want this to happen again, but I'm excited about the possibility because I know that's a new layer that needed to come out.
So as leaders, all of us, I'm going to ask Heather, I'm asking all of you this question, so you all tune your awareness to your own self. Heather deals with people, or anybody in the wellness world, if they are of any dis-ease, meaning not at ease, they will have a wellness crisis where the body detoxes, where the body fights to hang on. When Michelle was going through a detox, her hips would hurt. Well, that was from her accident as a 16-year-old on a motorcycle. Her knee would hurt where she ran it into barbed wire. All of these old stories that the body has been holding on to for 20 plus years sits there. So if that's the case in wellness, I offer you this visual. Is it not the same for finances? People go through a finance crisis, a finance wellness crisis, and they have to go through it because what you were doing was not working. And we won't stop doing what's working that's not producing, and we keep doing it and we don't change, and therefore we keep the same illness of finances. This one's going to hurt, of relationships. What is the relationship wellness crisis? Right? What is the family wellness crisis? What is the mind, right? If you go through all of the pillars, any shift into the alignment, into the remembrance of who you are, not what you are or who somebody told you are. Everybody told this woman that she was sick for 27 years, and whenever they met her, they go, how's the thing? How's the elbow? How's the this? And they don't have a new story. This is why we sit down and we write out our dream boards, and we write out our mission statements, and we write out our DMPs, is so that we can literally get into the signal of the new vibration. So I would offer you, Heather, is did you have her, or can you have her, or all of make it a part of your clients, is tell me the new story, write out the new story so I can read it, of who you are when you're well.
I will absolutely start doing that with everyone. Everyone. We've talked about it. However,
My mentor would say, how's that working for you?
yeah, however, well, and this is a Heather needs to pull up her suspenders part and get I'm going to say more bold about insisting that be done.
Okay, but is it really more bold?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Then
No,
what
it's
is it? Why do
not.
I just gloss over it?
Because if there's a part of you that if they get well, they don't need me.
Ooh.
I really like taking care of my clients, and I don't want them to be in pain.
Yet.
But the last time that somebody got well, they forgot about me.
Well, and that's true.
And we have to be okay with that. Or we have to be able to create the next level of vibration that they can't leave. Is it possible that the reason that people arrive in your signal is to deal with dis-ease, a body not at ease? And once that signal is reached, they're no longer in a dis-ease. There's no reason to come to the station. What if the station was bigger than dis-ease? What if you were bigger than the issue? What if, can healthy people use your stuff?
Absolutely.
Why would healthy people want to use your stuff?
For prevention.
So everybody that comes to you has not been able to prevent. They have episodes in their life where they repeat it. I've tried this, I got better, it didn't work. I tried this, I got better, it didn't work. They either built up a tolerance or something. What if on the initial consult or in the conversations are, do you know how to treat your body once the dis-ease is gone? Most people don't have an answer to that.
No.
Do you ever change the oil in your car, the tires on your car? It's a lot cheaper than buying a car, right?
Yes.
And some people won't do it, even with the little sticker in the window. My goal is to help your body eliminate the dis-ease, and then put you on a wellness program that allows you to see life in a way you've never thought possible. So the signal is constant growth, constant improvement, constant enhancement.
Yes.
What if at 80, it was literally the new 60? What if you were at 80 and you were literally operating at the new 60? And that you felt as a signal of 60? How would that feel? That's my ultimate goal. Nobody likes to be sludging around in the waste treatment plant. It'd be nice to go play on the golf course. So part of this mission that you're on is to get them into the wellness production program versus the disease elimination program.
Yes. Yes.
So but I can't put you into wellness production. I can't get you into producing oil till we get all of the muck and the mud out of the oil line, out of the pipeline.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's for all of us. Everyone is going to go through a wellness crisis. Even the doctors that give you medication. You may get a headache on this. You may get nauseous on this. Eat it with food. Even when they give you prescription medicine, there is a crisis your body goes through because it is designed to do at such intensity to either mask, kill, or cure, right? Chemo is a wellness crisis. Are you kidding me? I lose my hair. Why? Why? Well, because that's what I needed to get I needed to get better. I needed to get well. Well, that's a hell of a side effect. Well, it's okay because my hair will grow back. I'm nauseous for 2 days. I don't know. I've never been through it. I just know I know a lot of people who have been through it. Everything is a wellness crisis. And the moment we realize that to go from our current finance level to the finance level we want, we have to go through a finance crisis. I'm not saying spend more. I'm saying you've got to change your relationship with the vibration of money. You want a better relationship? You want a relationship? You're going to go through a relationship crisis because where you are now is your comfort zone. And if the relationship you're looking for is peace, love, and joy and happiness and makes little children giggle with laughter and unicorns show up, how the hell is that uncomfortable to go there? How is it possible that the relationship that you have ultimate desire for is avoiding you? It's avoiding you. It's out there. It's avoiding you because of your signal. It's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain signal. And saying, I don't know what that is not, that's a signal. You're living in the I don't know signal. I'm curious to find out. That's a different signal. Yeah, but that stuff doesn't work. That's a signal.
Wow. Whole new way of looking at things, Sean. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing?
Outstanding. That's my signal, and you all know it. You all know it. And when the day comes up going, well, today's a little bit interesting. Oh my gosh, something. What's going on?
The sky is falling.
Yeah, run. Get into the bunker. Right? And if you have people in your life that when you ask them how they are and you pretty much can nail how they are before they say it, that is their, Joe Dispenza says, their personal reality makes up their personality. Your signal is when your personality makes up your personal reality. That's your signal. And that signal is being read, felt, seen by everyone. Being felt by everyone around the world. Literally, if you have a cell phone and that signal finds you and you dial your number and it goes beep, 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 and it finds somebody in Serbia, that's a signal. Your signal is doing it all without any cell phone. It's why they call it the law of attraction. What you think about and think about, you bring about. That's your signal. If you ever read a chapter of a book and felt great or inspired, you did your journal and you felt inspired, well, I'm telling you, that's your signal. And what the NESS program does through dual talk and neuro-squared harmonics and EFT and chakras, it literally physiology. It allows you to give your body direction, give your cells direction, so the signal can be stronger. That's what it's designed to do, and that's what it's been proven to do. So there you go.
Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome, Heather. What'd you learn? What'd you like?
Oh, I learned that asking, or, well, I'm going to say asking people to, clients, patients to, that statement of having them write out what life is like after they are healed. Help them walk into that vision.
Resistance?
I'm sorry?
You think there's going to be some resistance?
Oh, with some, there's going to be a lot of resistance because that illness is their identity. If they don't have that illness, they, life is, they don't know what life looks like without it.
And so what if you read their mission statement? What if you read their one sentence mission statement in their aligning moment before they started their treatments?
Oh, absolutely. I can see how that would be extraordinarily beneficial.
Yeah, wouldn't that make the stuff work even better?
Absolutely.
So I'd offer that. I'd encourage you that.
And it's going to make some think I'm even crazier than what they already do.
And the way you can preface it for those who think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Hey, question. Is there anything you do different when all of this is gone? Oh, well, hell yeah. What? Awesome. And maybe for the first part of it is you write down the notes.
Sure.
Right? Make it easy for our customers to do business with us. And
Yes.
say, so you'd want
Yes.
to do, you'd want to travel, you'd want to do this, you'd want to do that. Okay, well, I've got a card here that says this is the reason why you show up here every day. You take this 30-minute trip or 1-hour trip or 3-day trip. Let me ask you, is this information that I have written down here, is that enough reason to heal? Cool, then we'll start there.
I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another fun day of activity. Today's Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Yes, it is. So yeah, let's do 8 p.m. Yeah, it'll be hot today, so that'll be a good reason to get out of the fields early. So yeah, 8 p.m. tonight. Bring your questions, bring your conversations, and we'll have a meeting tonight. So I love you tons. I'm your head brain training. Find your signal. Stand in your signal, misfit. I'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Rica.
Pura
Pura
vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with us.
Be with us all. And the queen of helping you step into your signal, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss Lee.
We love you, girl. And a little white fluffy who had a signal of fur everywhere. Gurgly. All right, everybody. We love you tons. We'll see you all tonight or tomorrow. Till then, bye for now.
Thank you, Sean. Love you all.